This is a Pokemon card, and this is another. However, one of these is fake. Can you spot which one? Thank you so much for watching. I'm Julius, and before I solve the mystery, here's the message of the day. Don't purchase fake cards. They're of poor quality, you can't use them anywhere, and for the same money, you could have purchased real ones. I've fallen for scams before because I didn't know any better, but I don't want you to waste your money like that. Common types of fake Pokemon cards. You will come across a variety of different types of fake Pokemon cards online and offline, and every year these fakes become harder to spot. Basic fakes. These are poorly made fakes, they have the wrong colors, wrong fonts, spelling mistakes, and they're easy to spot and very common. A giveaway for these are too good to be true prices at small shops like here, and you usually find these in weird looking boxes or tins. High quality counterfeits. These are much more convincing fakes. They don't have these super obvious errors like the basic ones, and the prices for these are often the same as the actual ones, which makes it a lot harder to spot them, especially when you purchase them online. Fake slabs and graded cards. These are usually fake PSA slabs of vintage or full art modern cards, and they can be super tough to identify. The issue here is that sometimes it might be an actual PSA slab with a fake card on the inside, or it may be a fake slab with an actual card on the inside. Resealed or fake sealed products. Unfortunately, these are super common. You get fake booster packs, tin boxes, booster displays, and all kinds of products here. Last but not least, custom cards. These are a bit of a special case, but in most cases the seller won't pretend like these are real Pokemon cards. Usually these are custom designs for Pokemon cards. They might depict things you don't even see in the TCG or Pokemon that don't even exist, but still be careful if someone tries to sell them to you as a real thing. How to identify fake Pokemon cards. If you have a feeling like a card isn't real or someone's trying to sell you something that isn't, here's how you can identify fake ones. You can often spot fake cards just by looking at them. I usually follow 3 steps, and I call them the 3 C's. Content, colors, compare. Start by reading through the content of the card. Is it the correct name of the Pokemon? Does it have the correct attacks, the right bio? Are there any things that are off? Does it have super wrong HPs or a wrong type? Or is the energy symbol switched? Or anything that you can identify as wrong? Pay special attention to spelling errors. People who fake Pokemon cards often don't speak English super well, or they might be putting in spelling errors on purpose to not get sued by the Pokemon company, but real Pokemon cards have very few cases where there are spelling errors. Also make sure the E in Pokemon looks like this. Check out font types and sizes. As you can see here, a fake Pokemon card has a very different font size and type from an actual one. Moving on to the second C for color, check out the color and the print quality of the card. Real cards have rich and uniform colors. Fake ones, on the other hand, might be faded off or just off color in general. What I like to say is fake ones look a bit one-dimensional. They don't really pop, if you know what I mean. Wrong holo patterns. In most cases, people will try to fake the rare ones, right? So it will usually be rare, holo, or full art Pokemon that are faked. Real Pokemon cards have a unique and consistent holo pattern across a set. Fake ones, on the other hand, might look off to you from the first look or when you try to move and turn around the card. With vintage cards, it can be even easier to spot them because they have that rainbow effect, I call it. And that's because people scan these holographics, and of course the scanner can only pick up one light direction that falls onto the card. So the fake ones will all have the same rainbow holo effect. It might be obvious to you, but please check out the back of the card. As you can see here, the fake one has a totally different color from the real one. There can be even more differences, like sometimes you find fake cards that have a Japanese back with an English front, or the back is upside down or something else. There are many more visual giveaways for fake cards, and that gets me to C number 3, compare. Compare the card you purchased or you're about to purchase with pictures of the real deal. Use references like pokelector.com, the TCG company's card registry, TCG player, card market, or just type it into your favorite search engine and look for the card. If you find that a card looks always like the one you have, there's a good chance it's real. However, if you see lots of inconsistencies, be very careful. Besides visual differences, there are also material ones. The card material and feel of fake cards is so different from real ones. It's kind of hard to explain or show this in a video, of course, because you can't touch the cards here. But as you can kind of make out, the topography and the overall feel of the card and the texture is so much different on a real card than in a fake one. On fake cards, the holo pattern is printed right on the top layer as the rest of the card. So they're very flat and glossy, and I like to use the analogy of plastic versus metal. The metal surface will always have imperfection, even if they're super small. On a plastic one, however, you notice it feels perfect. There's no imperfection. It's all super flat. And that's the same case with fake Pokemon cards. I hope you can see this here in the video, but a fake card has only two layers usually, and that's the card layer and the print layer. However, a real one will have different layers, 3 to 4, as you can see here, because it consists of different layers to create that iconic holographic effect. Hello there. If you're enjoying the video, please click like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. It means a lot to me, and let's continue with the video. Although you should have seen or felt the differences already by now, here are some more tests you can do. If you've ever opened Pokemon cards before, you know that booster fresh smell of cardboard. There's something to it, right? Fake cards, on the other hand, smell a bit different. Of course, it depends on what kind of fake you get, whether it's a basic one or super high quality one. But the basic ones have a very, very distinct chemical smell to them from the printers. Next up, we have the bend test. Please don't bend your valuable cards. However, if you have the suspicion that a card might be fake, try bending it just a little to see how it reacts. An actual Pokemon card will behave like cardboard, and in the worst case, it may crack in the middle. A fake one, on the other hand, can be bent all the way. Heads up though, there were some errors in the Pokemon TCG, for example the Sword and Shield era, where I personally found the print quality and card quality to be a bit mediocre at best. So in some cases, some sets had super thin cards, so the bend test might not be the first choice. Next up, the light test. This is another one of those tests that I don't really feel like it gives you a good answer, whether a card is fake or not. It used to be that fake cards were super, super thin, so you could shine light through it, and you would see the light through the card, whereas you wouldn't do that on the actual one. However, as I said before, some newer sets are just thinner, so the light may come through on a real one, and the card quality of fakes has improved so much over the years that nowadays you won't be able to shine the light through. If you own a precision scale like this one, you can try weighing the real one versus the fake one. In my experience, this only works with base set and other vintage cards because the weight differences were noticeable, but you can try and use that as an extra test. Last but not least, the rip test. Guys, you can imagine this is a last resort kind of thing. If you suspect the whole lot you purchased might be fake, you can try and rip some of the cards in the middle and see how they look on the inside. Here you can see the difference between an actual one and a fake card being ripped, and you notice the difference right away. As I said before, the fake one only has two layers. One is the card and one is the print layer, whereas the actual one has multiple ones or looks like cardboard, whereas the fake one looks like some sort of plastic. It's time to practice. I'm going to give you some examples of fake versus real Pokemon cards, and I would like you to determine which ones are the fake ones and which ones are the real ones. Here's the card from the intro. I know this is a tough one because the fake one is really well made, but if you look closer, you're going to find some differences, and of course, if you had the card in your hand, you would have felt that the texture is totally off. Let's continue with the most iconic Pokemon card of all time, the Charizard from base set. There are so many different fake versions of Charizard, and you're gonna find new ones coming out every week. I hope this one was obvious. Here is a list of a lot of different known fakes for the Charizard card. I found these online and you can check out the source below, but these are all different kinds of Charizards that have been made into fakes, and you can see some of these are really well made and others are totally obvious that they're not real. Here's one more. Check out the font sizes and type and the bending of the card. And of course, if you had it in your hand, you would feel it too. This is the fake one and this is the real one. Time to take off the training wheels. I'm going to show you a few cards now and you can tell me whether they're real or fake. Post in the comments below what you think before you see the solution. Pause the video, compare, and then I'll show you the solution. How to spot fake sealed products. Besides individual cards, you will encounter lots and lots of fake sealed products. These can be resealed. In that case, the cards inside may be real, however, they were tampered with and you won't get the actual ones that should have been inside. Or you can encounter actual fake Pokemon products. A dead giveaway can be seen here. Do you notice how this edge is super flat in comparison to here? This is always a giveaway for fake cards. More things you can notice is that the description on the pack may be wrong, or you get the description of the wrong set for a different set symbol, or anything like that. If you purchase booster boxes on eBay, for example, like you can see here, you notice how this box doesn't have the trademark symbol on it. Yeah, that's a dead giveaway. This is a fake box. Please don't purchase this. And you can see here, this is an actual one, and actual booster boxes have a trademark symbol on them. Always. There's never an exception to this. Another thing you can do is go to Card Market or TCG Player, you find links in the description, and check out whether the product actually exists. Sometimes you may come across some products like tin boxes, etc., or collection boxes, and they look kind of weird, and that's because somebody just made up the product. It doesn't actually exist. It's not a replica, a fake replica, but just somebody putting a Pokemon symbol on something and selling it. Why you should always avoid buying fake Pokemon cards. There are lots and lots of reasons to avoid buying fakes. Fake Pokemon cards are worthless. You will never be able to sell them and nobody wants these, so you're purchasing something that didn't ever have value in the first place. Fake cards are not tournament legal. You can't use fake cards in official tournaments and you will get banned from tournaments if you bring them. So if you're a player of the TCG, don't buy fake cards. I'm not here to give you a lesson on morality or whether or not the Pokemon company should lower their prices for products. However, it's just not right to me to purchase fake Pokemon cards. Because you can purchase most singles online, TCG Player or Card Market, check out below, for mere pennies. So do you really need to purchase fake cards if the real ones aren't much more expensive anyway? Last but not least, and that's my favorite point, it's the community trust you're going to lose. Let's say you bring fake cards to a convention and people, especially kids, purchase these. You will be spreading fake Pokemon cards, or you might be purchasing them for yourself. And then what? Other people suffer from this and cannot enjoy their cards, all the implications that I mentioned before. So please don't sell fake cards and please don't buy them, even if you mean well. I can't ever recommend you do that, and your reputation will take a hit. What to do if you did purchase fake cards? First off, contact the seller. If you purchased through eBay, TCG Player, Card Market, etc., you have buyer's protection. Contact the seller, tell them, hey, this is a fake card. Please, don't fall for the scam in the first place, but if you have, contact them, take it to the dispute center, and they will resolve it for you. It goes without saying, please report those counterfeit sellers. I know sometimes people sell something, especially in those private auctions, and they don't know any better. Think like parents who didn't know whether these cards of their kids were real or not. But if the seller has hundreds of reviews or something, or is brand new and just sells Pokemon cards that are obviously fake and pretends they're real, please report them to the authorities or at least to the marketplace. If you're still not sure after all these tests whether your card is real or fake, you can find some help online. There are some really valuable groups on Discord and Reddit, and people there are super helpful. You can also send me a message on Discord or my website, and I can help you find out whether your card is real or not. Here's how you can prevent purchasing fake Pokemon cards and products in the first place. The first tip I have for you is do your research. Research a card or product you're about to buy, compare prices. If the price is too good to be true, it's not true. I've said this in my how to start collecting video, and you should totally check that out. There are plenty of resources, pokecollector.com, TCG Player, Card Market, online forums, Discord, Twitter. There are so many resources, so you can find out whether your cards are real or not. Use buyer protection. If you purchase from marketplaces like TCG Player, Card Market, or eBay, you're protected with your buyer's protection. This is always the best way, and yes, even if card prices might be slightly higher than on other marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, it's a lot safer, so please, I urge you, pay a little bit extra for the safety. Reputation matters. If you purchase from sellers with thousands of reviews, it's usually a safe bet. I mean, they have a reputation to lose, and they don't want to sell any fake cards, and they've proven many times that they don't. However, if you ever see someone with a totally new profile and all of a sudden throwing out all these super rare cards for dirt cheap, there's a good chance they're not real. Trust yourself. Your initial gut feeling is usually right. I've seen this many times before. If you kind of feel like it's a shady deal or something is off, just don't purchase it. There will be another offer that's just as good or better, so please don't, get FOMO or FOMO'd into a purchase. I hope from now on you never fall for scams and fake Pokemon cards again. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and then I'll see you in the next video.